So in this video we're going to go through the setup of the Spectrum Xumo box. If you're setting it up first out of the box, we're going to go screen by screen with remote control animations, as well as if you had to factory reset it, which I'll show you at the end of the video, and then you can come back to the beginning and kind of loop through it again if you need to. But during this process, when you plug it in and turn it on, you'll see a screen that says hello or hola, and you might even see your TV go flicker in and out like mine just did, and that's as it's sending the signal to the TV as it's booting up for the first time. And this takes I'd say well over a minute. And once you're in, you select your language. If it's default to US, the other option is Spanish. I'm going to stick with English, so I'll just hit the center select button on the remote. If it says I'm sure, I'll say yes, I'm sure, and hit the center select button again on the remote. Would I like voice guidance? For now, I'm going to leave it off, so I'm going to hit the center select again. You can turn it on later under settings. For connection, I'm going to say Wi-Fi with password at the top, so I'm just going to hit the center select again. And then I'm going to get a list of networks in my area, and mine happens to be on the top, so I'm going to hit center select. And now for password, you use the left, right, up, down, center buttons. And when you get over the letter you want, you hit the center select button, and it'll punch that letter into the password field. And you do this for each character in your password. Once you have your password populated, you hit the right button, and then you hit the enter button to try to log in. And it'll say you are or not connected. Hopefully it says you are. Hit the continue button. So for that, you just hit the select button in the center, the enter button in the center. And it's going to update your software, and this also may take a while, so we'll probably just jump ahead here. When it's done updating software, it's going to ask you to use the remote to also control some of your TV. So for this, hit the enter button, and then hit the volume up or down as you're directed to by the screen. And in my case, you can see the volume up or down dialog there. So I'm going to hit the left button and then the center button. And what that does is say, yes, this is this works for my TV. Now for speakers, I'm going to go to the right and say no, and then hit the center select button because I don't have a stereo. So now I'm ready, so I'm going to hit the center select button, and of course now you get hit with the big privacy policy from Xumo, not Spectrum but Xumo, the underlying operating system. So just hit the enter button if you accept it, and then it's going to give you a 6-digit code and ask you to go to this URL on your computer. So let's pause this video for a second and hop over to the web browser on my phone. You can use your computer, whatever connects to the internet. Go to the Xumo.com URL that we just saw, and it'll say enter in your 6-digit code. So I'm going to enter in those same 6 digits. Yours will be unique. Each person's interaction will have its own code. And then click the I agree if you agree, and then click the continue button. Then from here it's going to say create an account. So you're going to have to enter in an email address here. That'll be your login, and then click continue. And then you're going to be asked to create a password again, and then click continue. I didn't get a video of that. Once you do that, it'll say you're ready to start watching. Go back to your account. So then you go back to your Xumo box and just hit the enter button on your remote, the center select, and that'll continue on. It'll say what room you want to call it. I just go with the default, hit the center select. For time zone, I'm going to down arrow and then hit select for Eastern. Next, for TV provider, there's only one choice because I got it at the Spectrum store, so I hit the center button and you see a checkbox appear next to Spectrum. And then I hit the down arrow once, and then I hit the center button to continue. Sharing my history, no thanks. I hit the right arrow button, and then I hit the center enter button, select button, don't allow. Personalize, I can do that later, so I'm going to skip it. Go to the right button, and then hit the center button. So now it's going to set up the operating system that runs underneath the Spectrum app, and this really doesn't take very long. So the default tile is the Spectrum app. You'll see it says currently playing Spectrum over on the left. So you're going to have to, on the remote, again, hit the center select button to make that full screen. And once you do that, you'll see you're in another, this time a Spectrum agreement, service agreement. Just hit the down arrow a bunch of times till you get to the bottom, and then hit the right arrow. You'll see agree is highlighted, and then hit the center select if you agree with the agreement. And once you do that, it'll launch you right into the Spectrum app, and you'll have all the menu options that you see in the other videos. Now, to perform a factory reset, you can go to hit the gear button on the remote, and then go down a couple rows here, hit the down arrow twice to the tile called System Management, and then hit the center enter button. And then you'll see 3 rows on your left. Go from System Info, down 1 to Region, down 1 more to Resets and Updates, and then hit Center Update button for Factory Reset. And then when you're on this dialog, you have to hit the right button like I did, and then hit the center button again. And what you got to do is basically unpair the remote, and then you'll be able to it'll reboot itself. To unpair the remote, hold down the plus button, and while it's held down, hold down the back button, and then hold both buttons like that for 3 seconds. And if that's successful, the green indicator light at the top will blink a few times. Then you have to key in the sequence 9, 8, 1 on the number pad. That was 9, 8, 1. And that's it. Now the remote is unpaired, and the box will reset and factory reset. So I hope this was helpful, and thanks for watching and commenting. As always, the comments are the best part of it for me. I really enjoy them. So please keep your questions and comments coming, and I'll try to answer them as we go along. Thank you.